On one peaceful day at Beacon Academy, Team RWBY was in their dorm, all busily occupied. Blake was reading her book, Yang was asleep, and Weiss was studying. Or more like, trying to study with Ruby bothering her. Whether Weiss enjoyed it or not, it was a normal day at Beacon for them.
Ugh, Ruby, can't you see that I'm trying to study? Will you quit bothering me and—
It was then they heard a loud explosion in the middle of the room. Soon, smoke filled the room, making Team RWBY cough like crazy. Blake dropped her book out of surprise. Yang jumped out of her bed and tried to punch away the smoke. Yes, she tried to punch away the smoke with her fist, not sway it away. Weiss was yelling at Ruby because for somewhat reason she thought Ruby was the cause of the explosion. And so Ruby was trying to defend herself by yelling.
It wasn't me!
In the middle of this chaos, the smoke started to clear slowly, and Team RWBY was now able to hear some chatter and coughing. But the chattering wasn't theirs.
That was awesome!
Someone shouted. Although the voice sounded pretty familiar, that someone was not from Team RWBY.
No, that was not! Ugh, now my clothes are all dirty.
Come on, Ice Queen. That was awesome.
Ice Queen? At the mention of the name, Team RWBY all searched for Weiss. When the smoke cleared enough to let everyone's faces visible, Weiss met 3 pairs of eyes staring at her.
What?
They said something about Ice Queen.
Who's they?
With that, they all started to look around the room. It really wasn't hard looking for people gathered in the middle of the tiny room. 2 of them were sitting and 2 were standing. It was funny how these supposed-to-be strangers looked pretty familiar. One of them had long, wavy, yellow hair and purple eyes filled with excitement. It seemed as she was the one screaming about how amazing all this was. The one beside her had short black hair and calm amber eyes. A pair of cat ears showing on top of her head made it obvious that she was a faunus. She tried to calm the one with yellow hair, telling her to please be quiet. The other one had white hair, confident pale blue eyes, and a scar across the left one. Even a 3-year-old would be able to figure out that she was the Ice Queen getting referred to. The last one had long brownish hair reaching down to her butt with a red tip at the end, tied low. She wore a red cape reminding them of someone, though she had an eye patch covering one of her silver eyes. No, not just an eye, the whole part of the face. Well, they weren't sure if they could call that an eye patch, since it looked more like a piece of cloth snitched onto her face as if it was part of her skin.
What the?
Yang mumbled at the scene. The other 4 seemed awfully familiar, but something was off. The 4 intruders made eye contact with Team RWBY and started to panic. Except for the one with cat ears. She looked a little shook, but still remained calm, trying to process the situation.
Yang, you messed up! What is this?
Shut up, I figured.
Is this Beacon Academy?
Seems like it. Look, there are younger versions of us.
Great. This is just great.
Wait, what's going on? Who are you people?
Weiss shouted as she pointed at the intruders. The 4 intruders took a quick glance at each other, hesitating to answer Weiss's question.
Okay, let's just make something sure. This is Beacon Academy, and you're Weiss Schnee, am I correct?
Yes, but how'd you know?
Weiss answered, but asked suspiciously with the weapon in hand. Well, she wasn't the only one with a weapon. Blake, Yang, and RWBY all had weapons ready in their hands, about to attack the intruders if anything was to go wrong. The intruders smiled awkwardly at the scene, and the brown-haired woman answered as calmly as she could be.
Well, hello Weiss, Team RWBY. We are you.